right, here we go.
There we go.
All right, round of applause.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Brick World. Good morning, panel.
Panny. What is singular for panel?
Panel. I don't know. Panel. Good morning, panel. All right, just get a couple things right out of the way. I'm getting sicker and sicker. I kind of mentioned on Pure Ant Fury, I was kind of feeling a little something.
Oh my gosh.
It seemed like it kind of passed. And then I don't know, last night, man, it started just coming back in full effect. So again, if I sound like crap, if I sound congested or whatever, yeah, I'm just getting sick. It was just too late to cancel anything, man. Plus the stream, and by the time I thought about it, it was already last night, and I was like, that's all good, man. We'll just go with it. It's all right. If I fall over, everybody knows why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? But yes, good morning, Brick World. It is another wonderful Sunday, which means it's another wonderful Good Morning Brick World. Thank you all for being here. It's a special Good Morning Brick World. We are part of the 48-hour charity live stream. Again, I'm not feeling good, so if I forget some specific details of words or whatever, please bear with me. But yes, I can't even remember if I actually got the link. Oh yeah, I did get the link in the description. That's right. So the link to the charity is in the description below. If you can donate anything, that'd be super duper. I heard that we reached the goal, so that's good.
Yeah.
But that was just a goal. It's not like you can't. We can't give more.
Surpass that goal for sure.
Yeah, it's for kids and stuff. You know what I mean? So we can always go past that.
Yeah,
sorry, I'm trying to chug down.
It's a cool charity to do. Like the kids just to get their mind off of that kind of stuff. So they're doing something else other than probably getting poked, prodded, and just everything else just because of what situation they're in. So
yeah, and look. I kind of briefly touched upon this on Pure Ant Fury. I feel honestly, anything that you can give to kids in need, any kind of toy is good. You know what I mean? But I will, definitely say that, obviously Lego is pretty popular. So I'm sure there's a lot of kids that would just be thrilled to get any kind of Lego set, especially if it's like an IP set or something too. You know what I mean? Like if some kid's like a big fan of Marvel or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So this was going to be our episode to highlight Black History Month, along with a bunch of Black creators in the community. But just from being sick, I haven't had enough time to just research everybody that I want to research, and then the security thing kind of came up, so we're gonna just push that until next week.
Okay.
I mean, it'll still obviously be in the month of February. So
right.
I hope everybody had a wonderful, lovely Valentine's Day.
You sounded like you were sick. Yeah, did you and Mrs. Hive do anything?
Not really. I just had some dinner, and even that, it wasn't anything fancy because I wasn't feeling good. So she just got. I'm pretty sure I got whatever I got from her because she just got over it. So she's still kind of recovering. So we just got some Qdoba last night. You know what I mean? Ate like an early dinner. Because I went to the tattoo shop yesterday. That was my goal, was to get tattooed. And I was, like I said, I wasn't feeling tip top, but I was feeling better. I wasn't feeling too bad. So I got there, and it was a big long line. It was a big wait. I thought it'd be kind of slow because it's Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, they might have been running like a deal or something,
they were running a deal.
Half hearts for everybody.
Yeah, they were running the deal yesterday on Friday for Friday the 13th, and then
they do that. They do that all the time too.
Yeah, and then they were running a deal for Valentine's Day. So I got there and I had to wait. I don't know how long before I could even talk to one of the artists. And then sat there and talked to her for a long time about what I wanted and pricing and stuff like that. So just because of how busy it was, they scheduled me to come in next Saturday at 12. But yeah, then after that, just running errands and stuff like that, trying to get some stuff done, because usually the weekend's usually the only time I can kind of get stuff done. So yeah, then by the time I got home, like late in the afternoon, it was like a little bit in the evening. I just wasn't, I could feel it coming. So right after we ate, that's when I was like really feeling it. And it's not even like a nausea kind of thing. It's definitely something to do with sinuses and like a head cold or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. What was me? You know what I mean? I'll get better. So, like we were saying, this is part of the 48-hour charity stream. If you can donate anything, that'd be super duper. Even if you can just spread the word, that'd be awesome.
Oh, yeah. That goes a long way, too.
We've had a lot of cool creators be part of this. And yeah, it's a good thing. You know, one thing about the Lego community that I've noticed since I've been around in here is they definitely like to do a lot of stuff, you know, to help people, you know, like charity and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. You don't really see that from a whole lot of other communities. You know what I mean? So,
right.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's so many of us that you would think, you know, that's perfect, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
A lot of funds or whatever it needs to be, you know?
So let me fix my camera here real quick. I don't know, kind of got a little off kilter there. Yes. So before we get too deep into the show, another round of applause for all of you out there in the chat. We love you. Thank you so much. All the engagement is wonderful. And as is tradition, a round of applause for all the lurkers out there. I completely understand. I think I lurk probably 75% of the time in other people's streams. It's crazy, man, because I'll be watching stuff for a long time. I just won't say anything, you know, because yeah, I've mentioned billions of times, you know what I mean? Like if I jump into somebody's chat and I say hi and everybody starts saying hi, I feel rude if I don't say hi back. But sometimes I don't have that kind of time, man. I'm just kind of multitasking, you know what I mean? Yeah, so let's get ahead and get straight to the bulletin board. First of all, we want to say thank you to the replay gang. Always appreciate you guys. You're always constantly showing us that your replay game is strong like bull. If you would like to support our co-hosts, which by the way, one of them has got kind of a family emergency thing going on. I couldn't tell you what the other three are doing. So, I know everybody's probably like, oh, where's all the co-hosts? I don't know. I don't know where everybody's at. I mean, Drew, I spoke to DrewDawg not too long ago. Yeah. I reached out to him finally because I was like, oh man, I really got to reach out to him because I've been meaning to do it. I just keep forgetting about it. So he may pop up in an episode before 300, but he said he'd definitely be here for the last episode on 300.
Oh,
so
heck yeah.
Yeah. So that'd be good. It'd be good to see him again. And you know, like I can't tell you for sure if Drew completely disappeared from the community. I just know that, you know, he got married, he bought a house and just work and all this.
Life happened.
Yeah, definitely life happened. But it made me think about a lot of people that we've known in the past that even were pretty prominent out here in the community and they just vanished off the face of the earth. Some of them, we know a little bit, maybe we know what happened to them or whatever, but a lot of them, man. And it's crazy because a couple of them, I don't really want to give any names out right now, but like a couple of them I noticed have watched my stories. So I'm like, I haven't even like seen them in probably like it's been years and years, you know. And then all of a sudden, like I just saw like a couple of them like watching some of my stories. I was like, huh? And one of them I even reached out to, and I was like, oh yeah, I see you lurking around, you know. And she was like, oh my gosh, you spotted me.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I see who's on my stories, you know, or who's watching, you know what I mean. But I told her I was like, yeah, I miss you, you know what I mean. I'm sure we all miss you. So yeah, it's just nice to see people again. But yes, if you'd like to support our co-host, the links to their social media stuff is in the description below. So please go ahead and go over there and support them any way you can. If you'd like to support me, I don't know, the live streams, support, I don't know, any endeavors that I do on this channel. Yeah, there's plenty of things you can do. You know, you're doing it right now. If you're watching, that's one of the things you can do. You can like the stream. You know, you can do a super chat. You can become a member. There's different tiers, different things that we do for members and stuff like that. You know, or just think about us before you go to bed at night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Spread the love when you're having dinner with the family and be like, oh yeah, man, the show Good Morning Brick World is so great. If you'd like your sig fig to be in the Good Morning Brick World intro or any other videos that I do, whether it's a city video, stop motion video, whatever. I always got the sig figs in most of my stuff. You can send it to the P.O. box in the description below. Last thing I'll say for the bulletin board, I know I just kind of said it a few minutes ago, but this is part of the charity stream. So again, if you can donate anything, any way you can help, that'd be awesome. And the link to the charity is in the description below. I feel like I've said in the description below like 20 times already.
Take a shot, everybody, every time Hive says that.
I know, right? Anyways, all right. Let me get this music ready and we'll say good morning to everybody.
Good morning.
Yeah, guys, I have no idea what this show is going to be like today just because I just feel like crap. I haven't really prepared like I normally do for the show. I mean, we've got stuff. I've got some stuff lined up and everything, but yeah, I don't know. It's just a little different now, and I just don't know what it's going to be like. So, see, look at that. Look how loud that music was. Normally, I wouldn't start the music off that loud. All right, let's get to the top of the comments. Yeah. Order 66. Good morning to you,
morning,
friend. Cool hand Luke Bricks out there. Let's go.
We're going.
We're going. Click and Cliff in the house. Yo, good morning to you.
Good morning.
See who we got. Cajun A-Fall out there. Says, good morning, everyone. Have a great day. Well, thank you.
You as well.
Yes, you as well. My Bricks and me. What is going on, Gina? Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is having a great day, weekend so far.
Yeah. Hive, not too much.
Yeah.
It sucks being sick. You know?
It does, man. It does.
And it sucks being sick at our age. Like I see my daughters and they bounce back from that stuff like in 2 or 3 days. And I'm like, that young blood.
I know, right?
I wish I had it.
Yeah. It sucks, you know, and I'm a diabetic on top of it. So
that's
like
even worse.
You know, my immune system isn't quite as good as it used to be. So yeah, it sucks, man. But what are you gonna do? Everybody gets sick. Yeah, it just happened to just fall on the just wrong time. That's all. Where we at? I see Ms. Brick Brick. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. Got Big Nate out there. What's going on, Big Nate? Good morning to you. Pink Wheels. What's going on? How are you doing this morning? We got Mayo out there. Says raid. I don't know. Every time I hear raid, man, I think of that bug spray. Sorry for the cursing. I'm sorry. I know. Raid. Yeah. Goodness gracious. I can't even think straight. Let's see. Lauren, what is going on? Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Lonely One Kenobi out there. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. Andrew. I almost wanted to say Andrew WR90-R6D, but I'm just gonna say Andrew. Good morning, my friend. How are you doing? Says coming over from Bearded Brick Stream. Rock on.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I saw he was streaming like early this morning or something. Which is very different for him. You know what I mean? 'Cause usually it's like Wednesdays at, I want to say 8, but I think it might be 9. Madlib, what is going on, my friend?
What up?
Says, hi, you Lego lovelies. Oh, don't threaten me with a good time. How you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Brick Dynasty, good morning to you.
Morning.
Anthony, good morning. Good morning. Howdy. Man, is that Jesse out there? What's up, Jesse Brick Galaxy? Jesse.
What up?
It's good to see you, my friend. It's good to see you. Good morning to you. Smokey. I can't yell Smokey like I usually do.
Yeah.
Smokey.
It sounds like you are smoking, Smokey.
I know, man. It does sound like it, right? Let's see. Where we at? EMS Bricks, also known as Renee. Good morning, Renee.
Good morning.
Hope you're doing well. What do you say? Oh, no, that's ominous, Hive. I feel better overall, but my throat hurts worse than before. Yeah, so I didn't know what it was. And if it gets worse, I'm just going to go to the doctor, you know, but it's definitely something to do with sinuses. It's not a sinus infection. I think it's like a head cold or something because I've had some chills, and you know I don't ever have chills like with sinus issues. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Hopefully, you're not getting the flu.
Yeah, hopefully not. That would suck. Yeah, but the throat definitely got something going on with the throat. I was gargling in salt water late last night, which helped a little bit. Camel City Brick House. Good morning, Brick World. Just wrapped up our portion of the 24-hour stream. I'm assuming you mean 48-hour stream. But no, that's awesome. No, you guys did a great job. I was lurking around. Rest, recover, and get well soon. Well, not really resting right now.
You're doing it for the children. You're doing it for the children.
I do it for the love of the game. What's going on, Patty? It's good to see you, Patty. I love that picture of that doggy. Such a cute little doggy. Who else is out there? LegoLongoria isn't the first Houston Astros fan I've seen these 40 hours.
Oh, there's another Houston Astros fan, really?
Really?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
My other cap, I couldn't find it, so I had to throw on something. So.
And I'm assuming we're talking about Houston, Texas?
Yes.
Oh. I used to know somebody who lived in Houston.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like you liked them.
They are okay, but they told me a lot of horror stories about Houston.
Oh, yeah, it's not,
like more so than like, Dallas or any other state around that or any other city around that state. Chef, what's cooking, man?
What up, Chef?
Good to see you. Good to see you. She got you sick for Valentine's Day. Yeah. Yeah, probably. I'm not happy about it. I'll tell you that. I mean, look, she was sick for like, I don't know, man, like almost two weeks.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. But I'm like, I can't be sick that long. That's not gonna work out. I got things to do. I got stuff to do, man. I gotta go to work tomorrow.
That's the worst when you gotta work and sick,
Well, we'll see how it goes, man. I mean, I'm not gonna stress about it. If I feel the same way I do today, I'm not going in tomorrow. I probably could force myself to. I just like the other thing that's going on is I just have like no energy at all. And it's not like I haven't eaten. I've been drinking water. I've had some hot tea. I got just in case I needed extra. I got some Powerade. Got some electrolytes. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, sick for Valentine's Day. I was like, that's a horrible gift. I had a lovely day, just me and the hound, watching some streams and avoiding people. That's always a good thing.
Yeah, it is,
dude. If you're like, man, I need to avoid some people, I'll be like, here, I'm right there with you. We can avoid so much people. We can avoid each other. Sharing is caring. Yeah, I mean, unless you're sharing with somebody that also doesn't share, then it doesn't really feel like caring. It just feels like giving in. Rapture Raccoon in the house. What is going on, my friend?
What up?
It's good to see you. I see Bricks out there. What's going on, Brittany?
What up?
How you doing? I've already drank almost all my hot tea. That's horrible. Adulting sucks, and I want to go back to being a kid.
Oh, I know.
I mean, look, it's tempting, but
no, it is. I tell my kids that all the time. I'm like, don't, just trust me. Stay like this.
Look, everything's a trade-off.
As long as you can.
Like when you're a kid, yeah, you've got like, you don't have responsibilities. It's fun, blah, blah, blah. But there's also, you're limited. You can't do a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? I tell you, man, it's like Lego. When you were a kid, if you wanted Lego, you had to have your parents buy it for you. And you couldn't max out your credit card. Almost 1,500 USD raised for thebrickbabe. Awesome. That is great.
Nice.
That is super duper. Let's see here. It's always a good time with great company. Yes, indeed. I hear you. So 8 o'clock. So I was right. All right. Good. 8 o'clock. Thebrickbabe. Yeah, I've been trying not to cough too. I know that would be getting annoying. I think we about got to the bottom here. Up. Super Hot Bricks. What's going on? Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I appreciate all you guys being here, even though I'm not tip-top shape and I'm probably not as entertaining as normal. So I really appreciate everybody. But that seems like I got to the bottom of the chat. I think we're good.
All right.
All right. Here we go. So I think we should get into some. Where's my little thing here? Hold on a minute. Gotta make sure I do the right segment here. All right. Well, I'll tell you one thing. There's been a lot of new sets that have come out.
There has, yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, man. It's getting kind of exhausting.
Trying to keep up with them.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like every day, man, I turn my head and there's another new Lego set that's coming out. You know, I can't even remember what the last couple that I heard that were new. I want to say it was Dragon Ball. I think that was one of the ones I heard about.
Mm-hmm. There's a Snoopy one, right?
No, well, yeah, Snoopy just came out, but I'm saying there was two IPs that they were talking about that's coming out like down the road, and I hadn't heard of them doing any of these IPs yet, and I don't even know if it's completely true, but like I said, I heard Dragon Ball. I can't remember what the other one was. Dude, what's up? Been a member for 58 months. God dang.
Oh, dang.
That's a long time.
That is.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much, dude. Shrek. That might have been it. But I feel like I already heard about Shrek. So, yeah, I apologize. I would have had this all set up. I know I mentioned it on Pure Ant Theory. But like I said, I just have not been able to like prep for the show at all. Maybe we'll see about it in the news that we're getting ready to show. Also, before we end the show today, I will put the link to the next stream, which is Drewbrickz. So I'll put that link to his stream in the chat so everybody can just go over there and say hello and watch that and keep it going. I don't think there's too many more shows, honestly. Give me a second. I'm trying to see here. There we go. Okay, hold on a minute. So we have two hours of Drewbrickz. Yeah, sitting here trying to read this right. And then then it's Cool Hand Luke with the event closer. I know why it was messing me up at the time, because I'm looking at both over here on the eastern side and then over there on the across the pond. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, that don't sound right. Yeah. So anyways, after Good Morning Brickworld, there'll be 2 streams for Drewbrickz, and then Cool Hand Luke Bricks will close out with the event closer. Yeah, it's been wild.
Yeah.
You know, there's been a lot of streams, a lot of stuff going on. It's just been rough for me because, like I said, I just haven't been feeling good on top of just being busy with stuff. Whittaky, what is going on?
What up?
Yes, Rapture Raccoon. Yes, it was Yu-Gi-Oh! That's the one. I heard about Yu-Gi-Oh! And Dragon Ball like a couple days ago. I don't know. We've had this subject before about how many IPs that they get. You know what I mean? Oh, by the way, what's up, Rob Claxton in the house?
What up?
How you doing, my friend? Rumor of Fortnite minifig series. I mean, that's great. I don't care about Fortnite. And if I want to see any CMF series, it's going to be Star Wars. So also,
do you think they'll ever make a Star Wars CMF series?
Probably not. Probably not. What drives me crazy though is they can do other things. You know what I mean? You know, put something in a poly bag, you know, put something in the, I thought they were called blister packs, but maybe I'm wrong. But the minifig packs, you know, where you'd have like, they'd have like 3 or 4 minifigs in it or something. I'm just saying, like, they have things that they could do. Now, I know a lot of people are going to laugh at this because I laugh at it too. But I swear I'm convinced that Lego is just trolling Lego Star Wars fans as much as they humanly possibly can. I mean, because think about it like this. I feel like they're probably the most annoyed with Star Wars fans than anybody.
Right.
But what are they going to do? They know how much money they make off of it, right? So there's a lot of stuff that they do, and I don't understand why. And it's not like Lego communicates with us about stuff. But, I mean, it's just crazy to me because they do all kinds of stuff, and not me as much anymore now, but definitely a lot of Lego Star Wars fans, they'll still buy all this stuff. You know what I mean? It's crazy to me. Like there's that one set coming out. Oh man, what is it? Is it the X-Wing? whatever it is, it comes with Zed. I can't remember, but anyways, but there's a fig.
Mm-hmm.
And, everybody's probably gonna buy this set just for the one fig.
Just for that one fig, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. It's just crazy to me that with as much, you would think that with Star Wars, I'm not trying to put Star Wars above any other IP, you know what I mean? But the significance that Star Wars has had to help pull Lego out of bankruptcy, you know what I mean? Pretty much. You know what I mean? On top of just making them hand over fist money after money after money. Yeah, you think that they like, you know, cater a little bit more. I don't know. It's whatever. Zeb, yes, Zeb and the Razor Crest, that tiny little Razor Crest. Yes. Thank you, Mad Lib. I appreciate it. I mean, and you know, it's whatever. People go crazy over figs. You know what I mean? It's just, it'd be great if we can get some pretty rad figs without having to spend, you know, $150 or something like that. And you know, I've brought up multiple times about like with the gift of purchases for like May the 4th and stuff like that. I mean, nobody wants a stupid coin or keychain, you know.
Right.
But no, you know, we want some really cool minifigs. And then when they do give us some minifigs, it was like Aunt Beru, you know, and it's like come on, man. Like, this is Star Wars. Can't get some Sith, some bounty hunters, man. Like something cool.
Something
right?
cool.
Anyways, let's get Magic the Gathering if they're going to keep getting card-based IPs. Yeah, so that was something funny. I was joking around, but I was like making fun of Pokemon card lovers and stuff, because I was like, yeah, I don't play these kid games, man, these Pokemons. I was like, I play real games like Magic the Gathering. No, I mean, look, the Magic the Gathering thing is because it was just the time frame that I grew up in. Like, I was too old for Pokemon when that stuff started getting big. I mean, I was probably like 21 or so when it really started blowing up. And I was just like, I mean, the art's cool, but I was like, I don't want to play that game.
Right.
But Magic the Gathering, you know, was a little more adult oriented. So I got into Magic a lot. I know a lot of people are like Yu-Gi-Oh! Also, but I will say I always liked the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cartoon. I used to watch that stuff back in the day. But I didn't know nothing about the cards. They had like the thing you put on your arm or something, and like you could like get cards out of it or something. I don't remember. It was like some plastic thing that you wear on your arm. I'm sure if anybody knows,
it was like a real battle.
Yeah, they know what I'm talking about. Let's see here. Trying to go back up the comments, just make sure I didn't miss anybody. Fortnite, yeah. I can't wait for Dragon Ball. Yeah, that's going to be interesting as well. But you know, like I just, you know, when it comes to all these IPs, man, like I said, it gets exhausting. It's like Lego, can you slow down a little bit? I mean, and something that I was bringing up the other night was some of these IPs, like they're just going big on, and like Pokemon. All three of those sets are pretty expensive. Now the one that looks like a little fox, you know, that one's a little more reasonable, which is ironically a really good set. But you don't. My biggest thing is like, I understand adults like Pokemon, okay? Like I'm not gonna sit there and act like us adults don't collect or like things that are also geared towards kids. But I feel like it's still predominantly for kids. And you just released a $650 or whatever, $200 or whatever, and then like this one, I don't remember how much the smaller one was.
I think it was $60.
Yeah. But you couldn't have like, I don't know, done anything smaller and a little more affordable. And it's not even just kids. Star Trek. Like, you know, the first one you come out with is this multi-$100 Star Trek set. Like, and you think just because it's for adults, like all us adults just got money just pouring out of us. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, if you got a good job, you don't have kids, you know, or whatever. Like, yeah, you could probably afford this stuff a lot easier. But a lot of adults, man, they might have kids, or they might just not be able to make that much money, or whatever the case. You know what I mean? And this is the ultimate thing that I keep talking about with Lego, man. It's like this premium aspect. And like, I get a lot of it, but at the same time, Lord of the Rings is another one. The last three Lord of the Rings sets, man, extremely expensive.
It's like they're just starting off from the top. They're not even trying to. It's almost like okay, so like the other IPs, you would think like they try to woo you in, right? So they'd be like, oh, it's kind of like giving you drugs, like cheaper,
Right.
you know, like we'll give it to you cheaper, we'll get you hooked, and then we'll drop a $1,000 set on you. Well, now they're just starting off with $650. Where's the top going to be if they're starting off there? You know, there's no buildup. Like where they're going to go from there. They either don't have confidence that the IP is going to do anything, so they're like, let's push it all out now and not build it up like they have been, or they're just greedy as you know.
Yeah, no, there's definitely some greed in it, man. There's no doubt about the greed, you know, because I see a lot of people out there, you know, that will defend Lego to no end, you know what I mean, and talk about like, oh, you know, shipping and oh, the cost of this and whatever, this and this and this. And it's like, look, no. Those things play a part in it. Don't get me wrong. But like something I said the other night is like, think of all the money that Lego spends on stuff, whether it's marketing, whether it's sending out thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of free sets to LAN members, whether it's giving lugs discounts, you know, or even some of the freebies for them as well. Or even like, I'm sure some LAN members, you know, get discounts on like if they're building huge mocks. You know, Solid Brick Studio. Right. Like if he's building like huge mocks, you think that he's not getting a discount? Because think about how much that would cost if he wasn't getting a discount, right?
Right.
So think about like all the stuff they do, all the builds they do, whether it's, you know, the giant cars, you know, or this or that, or shipping stuff, or even like when they spend the money on marketing for like SmartBrickz, but then they have to fly out like influencers and, you know, make sure they're compensated and stuff like that.
Right.
Like think about all the money that Lego spends, right?
Yep.
And they still profit multi-billions of dollars. Lego's not hurting. They make sure that they stay in a very solid double-digit profit margin. And it's usually like I've read roughly around 26%, 27%, where most toys companies, like they're just in single digits as far as like profit margins. And if they do go into double digits, which is rare, we're talking like 10, 11, 12, like very small, like in the not even really into the teens. So yeah, this whole thing, yeah, I don't know, man. I've just still been real salty about like the Bricklink thing as well. But I will admit, someone called me out, and I appreciate it when people do that, you know? So I've let my account just get deactivated. I don't support Bricklink at all. You know what I mean? And the thing that I brought up the other night was, you know, would you support it? Because I see all kinds of people out there, man, just blowing the Bricklink designer program up. Look at this, happy, good, you know, lucky joy, you know. But I'm like, would you still support it if they banned your country? If they said, no, you can't buy or sell anything, you can't, you know, enter the Bricklink designer program, like, then would you still be all for it? So now the thing that somebody called me out about is they told me that I should just ban Lego too, because it's owned by Lego. And look, I haven't jumped off that bridge yet, but I am curious, and I haven't had an answer, and I haven't researched enough yet. Is okay, so Bricklink isn't having anything to do with these 35 countries. Is that Lego.com too? Can these 35 countries, can they order from Lego.com? I'm it's like a legit question if anybody knows.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that does factor in a little bit to my decision making. But I don't know.
Well, so they're not going to cut you off from buying the new stuff. They'll cut you off from buying the old
stuff. I mean, but I don't know, because even like the SmartBrickz, they didn't like allow that for all the countries. Like people in Canada couldn't get it. Like I can't remember.
Oh, really?
It was. Yeah, there was only like, was it like 6? Chat, help me out. I think it was like six countries that they're doing the SmartBrickz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know what with Lego, because one, they don't seem to be consistent with a lot of stuff. But then, yeah, they do stuff like that. Real quick, I just want to say hi to Shy. I saw you out there. I just spent $4 or $4,000 this past month on the new Castle factions. Lego can help me with that. Damn it. I don't know, man. I've spent a lot of money on Lego.
Yeah,
like tens of thousands of dollars on Lego.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just behind me, I don't know if you just calculated like the UCS sets. I got A-wing down there. You know what I mean? Just that's got to be at least a couple grand. You know what I mean? Just behind me. Then like there's the city and just stuff you can't see and blah blah blah. But one thing I just can't do is spend more than $1,000 on Lego at any given time. And even when I do spend that much money, it's like at Brick World. So Shy, I don't know, man. I got to give it up to you. You're spending $4,000 just on new Castle factions. I don't know what kind of tax bracket you're in, man. But,
I want your job.
Well, and like, not that this has anything to do with Shy, but like I brought up like with land members, because everybody knows I'll defend land members and I'll rant about them. You know what I mean? It just depends on who it is, what they're doing, blah, blah, blah. But I got to tell you, as much as I've seen some land members talk about, like, I do buy my own Lego sets, you know what I mean? Like, and I understand that you do, but would you be able to as much if you weren't getting thousands of dollars of free Lego? You know, it's kind of like when I've heard people talking about how, like, and they do, there's some land members that will, criticize Lego, but not like hard or anything, you know? I mean, and I get it. But yeah, it's definitely different. When Solid Bricks made the mock for that wave with Moff Gideon like cruiser, Lego sent him like 30 huge boxes of parts for free to build it. And look, I'm not cool with that, man. I know some people are going to be like, well, that's really mean of you, Hive. I don't care. Go buy your own Lego like the rest of us. Because I understand it's stupid for me to say like Lego is expensive because they're just giving away Lego like that or whatever, but it can't help. You know what I mean? But it's also like, if you get a discount, I don't know, man, I guess, this is kind of like the thing I've talked about with Lug too, because I've seen a lot of people in Lug complain about land members like getting discounts or free sets or whatever. And I'm like, well, you guys get discounts. And I've seen Lug members tell me that you guys get free stuff from time to time. So what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, that's why I hate when they say, what is Lug Day? What do they call Lug Day? I always get mad about it. AFOL Day.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, why are you calling it AFOL Day? You should just call it Lug Day. Because when you call it AFOL Day, it makes me think you're talking about all the AFOLs.
All of us.
But yeah, Will, that's wild though that, he got that much. Let's see here. Talking about your castle stuff. I spent more on non-Lego sets last year than Lego. Well, that's another thing too that I'm just curious how that's going to go, because I feel like LumiBrickz, whatever, Fantasy, whatever they're called. I'll just stick with those two. They definitely seem like they're doing well, because I keep seeing more and more of them. More advertising, more new sets, especially like LumiBrickz.
Yeah, where did Mattel go? They dropped off though.
I think it's because, look,
they were hot. They came out hot, and it's just like I haven't heard anything from them.
I know. Look, there's a percentage of AFOLs or TFOLs out there that they will mock, and I'm sure buy some just bricks in general, but there is no doubt in my mind that the bread and butter, the thing that pushes this multi-billion-dollar company, is IPs. I'm telling you right now, if LumiBrick got the Star Wars IP,
you think? Yeah.
If Fantasy got Mario Brothers, or I've lost track of how many IPs Lego has gotten their hands into now. I mean, I've literally lost track. But I'm just saying, like, it's not, when we were kids, like, yeah, you'd have Castle or Space or whatever, but you just built stuff, man. You just had bricks. You just built stuff. Now it's just about like what IP's coming out, what minifigures coming out. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the same. And I'm not saying that it's bad if people like those things, because I like them too, but I'm just saying it's not the same thing. It's more about, obviously, profits and money. Brick Jedi, what is going on, my friend? Ahoy. Lugs and crosshairs. Oh man, dude. I really hate it when, I mean, I'm saying this about you, Lauren, but I just really hate it when people act like they're above getting criticized. You know what I mean? I don't care. I'll criticize anybody. I criticize myself. I don't care. Let's see here. Nah, Hive, the IPs are successful, but without Lego minifigs, those companies wouldn't do any better. Well, I understand what you're saying, but I feel like minifigs back in the day weren't that great, you know? So who's to say that if like LumiBricks or whatever took over Star Wars, that they wouldn't make better minifigs or something like that, you know? I don't know. All I'm saying is
because they definitely have a basis now. You know, Lego back then didn't have anything, right, to base it off of. Yeah. So it was trial and error. You know, their minifigs probably sucked at the beginning, and then now they're better. Well, if you had LumiBricks, they already know what's winning with Lego, so they have a basis to start off there. They have a jumping point, as like Lego didn't. You know, they won't have as much of a learning curve, I don't think, if they had to come up with like better minifigs because they got a really nice IP or something.
Yeah, I agree. But you know, who knows what happened? And look, there's some of those figs. I can't remember if it was LumiBricks I saw or Fantasy, but there was some that I was actually complimenting. I'm like, man, the shapes I'm not too hip to yet. They're okay, but the prints are getting better and better, man. They're doing some really rad prints. So I don't know. And look, it is difficult because the minifigs for, you know, the Lego minifigs are definitely a thing. That's for sure. Because I can buy all the LumiBricks or whatever buildings and put them in my city and all that, but I like the minifigs. So, I mean, I think somebody said out there, they give, I give the figures to my grandkids and use the medium figures with the sets. Yeah. So that's what I do as well. I don't know. Like I said, it'd be interesting to see where things go, because the way I look at it is when you're in AFOL, like you're in this community or whatever, like we know Lego, you know, but I'm thinking about like 15 years ago when I wasn't in the Lego. I was dark age time or whatever, but like I knew of Lego, and I remember my kid, you know, we buy stuff for them and all that. And yeah, I wouldn't have spent that kind of money on Lego. There's no way, dude. I mean, maybe once in a blue moon, if it was something special or maybe cheap enough or whatever. But like at the time, man, you know, I was working like 3 jobs, and I wouldn't have thought it anywhere reasonable to spend that much money on, again, plastic building blocks that are made on a manufacturing floor. You know what I mean?
I go back to thinking about when I first started all this in 2019. The set that my daughter wanted, that police station, it was $75, and even then I was like, that's $75. Like, you know, I was like, I talked to my wife. I'm like, well, you know, we were at Costco, I think, and we bought it from. So it was obviously cheaper than buying it online. But even at that point, I didn't know that, and I was like, 75. I don't know. Okay, I guess. And it has a lot of stuff in it. And, you know, now I'm buying, you know, there's $400 set sitting over here, you know.
I know, right?
But, you know, not too long ago, 7 years ago, it was like $75. You're crazy.
I know. Well, like I look at some of the prices now and I'm just like, I don't know. Look, everybody's got their own line in the sand to draw. I've pulled back significantly. And, you know, the thing that sucks is I know I might rip on Lego and stuff, but like for sure, like the designers, they're incredibly talented. You know what I mean? The sets they come out with are normally just absolutely gorgeous. Now, you know, shrinkflation's a little bit of something, but that's usually with like Star Wars ships or something, you know. But like, yeah, you see all these different IPs that they're making, and yeah, they're incredible builds, you know. So it's not like it's anything on the designers or the product themselves, you know what I mean, of not being really cool. It's just the price and how Lego goes about doing things. You know,
And the designers probably have their hands tied. You know, they're probably given instructions by Lego saying, "Hey, you got to knock this out in so many pieces, or you got to knock." You know what I'm saying? It has to be under this, or it has to be under that. I'm sure they have like restrictions like that. So then, you know, they have to like come up with something that, like you said, it's a little lackluster sometimes because, well, they don't have an option.
Right.
Know? They rather put their money in this as opposed to this part of it. You know.
Yeah, I don't even know how we have shelf space for stuff anymore, honestly. And I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about Lego. That's another thing too. It's like, I don't know how they do it. I mean, obviously they do, but when you come out with like 800 plus sets in a year, you know what I mean? And I feel like they're going to have more. It feels like they're going to have more this year than any other year. But yeah, it's interesting for sure. What else is going on? Let me see what these comments are saying here. Lego is still privately owned by the Kirk Christensen family. No shareholders breathing down their neck. That lets them think long term. I mean, I get what you're saying, Brett. I'm not really sure where the relevance to your comment is. I'm not sure, you know what I mean? Because they can still think long term, you know what I mean, and not do what they're doing. And then, you know, look, there's also things that maybe some people think is good. I think it's probably a mistake. Look, and they're very parallel to all the stuff they were doing right before they went bankrupt. I think the only thing that's saving them this time is because just how big they are now, like as far as premium and like just they're on Time Magazine and, you know, all this other stuff like F1's got giant size cars.
Yeah, they're more popular, so they can't fail as big as they did before.
Right.
Because they weren't as popular back then. They weren't everywhere. You know, like you said, people knew of them, but it wasn't. I mean, they didn't have like all these shows on them and all this other stuff and media and everything. It's just flooding you from every angle. Back then they didn't, so they could kind of sneak away and no one know what happened to them. You know?
Well, and you know the thing is too is like, look, they haven't had any competition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they just haven't had any competition. So who are they competing against? You know what I mean? It's not like their cell phones competing with each other or cars competing with each other or like you can't even put them in the same general thing as toys. You know what I mean? Because the closest thing you got is like Lincoln Logs or something. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Now I know there's like the fake stuff, but that's not what I'm referring to. You know, and the other thing about like you were talking about like back in the day when they weren't as popular. Yeah, these were humble beginnings, man. You know what I mean? And they just seem to have just been like, screw that. You know what I mean? Like now we're going to put ourselves on a pedestal, you know, look, and the premium thing, it's like, yeah, I get the aspect of like your clutch power is really good. You know what I mean? But it just seems again, like other types of people or businesses, like you're really riding on your name more than anything. So I don't know, you know, like it just, again, it's a very odd thing. You know, because I was thinking about the charity, right? And I was like, how much money do we need to raise to really get a significant amount of Lego to kids?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like, I don't remember what our goal was exactly. I'd have to go back and look, but we'll say like it's $1,700 or something like that. I feel like you just can't get as much as you think you're going to get. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, let's see here. They give a knockoff list for their designers. Or wait, they give a knockoff list for their designs. Huh. I'm not really sure exactly what you mean by they give a knockoff list for their designs. Let's see. There has to be some infiltration at Lego because it isn't the same company it once was. I wouldn't say your bankruptcy is one of the only ones. I mean, look, I doubt they're going to be in that kind of position again. And I know like me and a few other people have been talking about like the bubble bursting thing. And I remember I changed my mind on it because I'm like, people still just keep buying them, man. You know what I mean? And I feel like that is more of Lego or shopping addiction and FOMO and stuff like that more than anything.
Yep.
Now it doesn't mean I release responsibility and accountability for people, you know what I mean? Spending their money on stuff. But I mean, I'll just speak for myself because I don't like to put words in other people's mouths. But I have definitely bought a lot of Lego that I really didn't even really care for. I just bought it because I was afraid it was going to like sell out too fast or it was going to be worth something or a gift purchase or whatever. But I've definitely had a lot of buyer's remorse. And then it just gets to a point where like I have more room than most people in the community. You know what I mean? I'm one of the 1% or whatever that's got a huge Lego room, and I am run out of space pretty much. Yep. So I'm just like, how is anybody else not running out of space? You know, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, it's pretty wild that yeah, we keep just buying this stuff. But I really truly believe that one, I think a lot of people again are doing this because of FOMO, because you've got 200 land members telling you how great stuff is or whatever, you know what I mean? Like just pushing like kind of an agenda, a narrative. Then, you know, there's just a lot of aspects to it. And I feel like a lot of people, they just kind of get sucked into it. I also think a lot of people are buying a lot of Lego with credit cards. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are just maxing out. I mean, I was spending tons on my credit card, but again, I was making good money, so I could just pay it off. I don't know. Let's see here. What else you guys saying? Just short amount of Star Wars sets on shelves, and then you have plenty of room for a UCS toilet wand or a fire extinguisher. Yeah. I feel like also this trying to like trying to get a latch on to us adults, you know what I mean, for nostalgia. You know, whether it's Goonies or Gremlins or Ghostbusters, or, you know, I could go on and on, Stranger Things or blah, blah, blah. That's another thing too, is like, I'm fine with obviously some nostalgia, you know what I mean? Like I bought, usually the cars I buy immediately, you know, I bought the Back to the Future, the DeLorean, the Ghostbusters car. I bought the James Bond car, you know, I bought that big Batmobile. I plan on, unless it looks like crap, I'm going to buy that Knight Rider. You know, I'm going to buy Kit. That's going to be a day one for me.
It better come with a smart brick.
Dude, if they have a smart brick, I'm going to be so mad. Speaking of smart brick, I wanted to say something about that. But now I think it'd be interesting to see if they do a light brick, you know, for the front of the car.
Yeah, they have.
But even if they do it, they have to make something, right? Because they don't have a brick or light.
They don't have one that trails. No,
yeah, the trails like that. No. So the smart brick stuff. I was watching Ryan's review last night. He got the Millennium Falcon one, you know, and I already knew about this. Like it didn't come with a smart brick, but something occurred to me. Let's say you buy the Millennium Falcon, right? If you need a smart brick, you're going to have to buy one of the other 3 sets. Okay. So let's say, like he brought up the example, let's say you buy a TIE Fighter. So that way, you know, the Millennium Falcon, a TIE Fighter, right? You know, but you only get one smart brick. So what do? You put it in the Millennium Falcon, or are you putting it in a TIE Fighter? Wow. Because it's impossible to get, you know, unless you buy an extra TIE Fighter set. Now the TIE Fighter X-Wing, those both come with smart bricks. Yeah, you can play with those, right? I get that. But the Millennium Falcon, how are you playing that with the TIE Fighter? You know what I mean? And both having smart bricks. I was thinking about that last night. And I was like, man, I hope somebody can just like prove me wrong about what I'm talking about. And like say, well, you just do this or this. I'm really hoping someone can.
You would think they'd even just sell the smart brick by itself.
I know.
They would make more money.
They don't. But that's not. Look, and this is the thing about. There have been a few people that I've talked to, and a couple of them aren't even into Lego. And I was just telling them about it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's a good business move." It's like, no. I mean, if you want to say to try and gobble up every dime and cent and nickel and dime every customer you got, I get it. You know what I mean? But like, how about some ethics? You know?
Yeah.
Because again, it's like, how are you going to play with both of those with only one smart brick?
Yeah.
Let's see here. It says Easy Hive, just buy multiple, like they say with the modulars. That's the only way you can do it, right? And obviously it had to be the TIE Fighter, it's the cheapest one. But it just, I know I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to do like what the Mario thing. You know, you can buy your Mario or your Princess or your Luigi, but like when you buy all these other sets, they don't come with those things, right? So I feel like that's the template they're trying to do. But I'm like, but it's not the same. because the Mario stuff, I think it's designed a little bit differently. Like I've bought some of the Mario stuff without the, the fig or whatever, because like I've just infused it in the city, like a lot of stuff that you can do that with. But I don't know. It's different. And the other thing about it, and I've said this too, is like they shouldn't have started with Star Wars. They should have done like Creator 3-in-1 or something like that. It just would have made more sense. But Star Wars makes the money. Justin, what's going on? Hold on, what was the rapture saying? Wow, my comment got removed. I went online to Lego and changed the location to South Africa, one of the Bricklink band, and you can not buy online. It redirected to the certified Lego store location. Hold on, I'm trying to make sure I understand this.
So he went to Bricklink and changed his location to South Africa, and then it redirected him to the certified Lego store.
So
you can buy from Lego, but you can't. So
you can buy from Lego, but not Bricklink. Okay. So that does play into a factor of what my friend Calvin was calling me out about. He's like, well, you should be banning Lego too, not just Bricklink, because Lego controls them, which I perfectly acknowledge, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, like at least they can buy from lego.com. So
they don't want them to not buy the new stuff, of course. That's where the money's at,
Right. But it is, and see, and this is why it'd just be so great if they could communicate this stuff with us, like why exactly? Like you can say logistics or whatever, but that don't mean nothing to me, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
I really feel it's more of like, you can afford to, you're just not going to, and you don't want that perception to be across the community. Like, oh, Lego constantly talks about children playing all around the world, you know what I mean? And this and this and this. But when it comes to us not making as much money or being a little difficult, like we're gonna just ban them. I don't know. It's crazy. What are you talking about, Brett? Meaning profit-wise, being privately owned is one of their biggest competitive advantages. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, because they can do what they want. They don't have a board, telling them what to do. But yeah, they have mastered marketing culture versus toys. Well, that's where I have an issue, because I'm not buying culture. I'm buying toys. It just blows my mind. I mean, I get what you're saying. I totally understand that, Britt. But yeah, it's just weird to me. You know what I mean? And the one thing I've always said is I don't like premium being attached to kids' toys. And it didn't used to be like that until adults got into the game. And they were like, oh, we can get a lot more money out of the adults, stuff that they want.
Yeah, once they figured that formula out, I mean, it went downhill from there,
Because I'm like, premium for kids' toys? I mean, we're not talking Lamborghinis, man. We're not talking like Rolex watches. We're not talking about iPhones. We're talking about kids' toys, And it's like, yeah, culture and premium. Oh, my tea's cold now. Doggone it.
Oh, I hate cold tea coffee.
I know, right?
When it gets too cold. Oh.
I know. Like I like cold tea, but not when it was supposed to be hot.
Right.
Lorem, where do they live, and do you want to take a ride? Oh, wait. What was I'm saying? We all know there's a spoiled kid out there getting all the smart brick sets without any second thought. Those people are why Lego. I mean, well, here's the thing, and this is kind of like relating to when people are like, oh, well, Lego will stop making it if people will stop buying it or whatever, And I used to be like, my answer to that used to be, well, just because we buy your stuff doesn't mean you got to keep jacking up the prices. Like, what do you want us to do? Not buy your stuff? Like, I don't even understand that thought process.
Right.
But even more so lately, I've gotten into the frame of mind of like, even if we pulled back and stopped buying as much Lego, they're not going to lower their prices. They're premium.
Yeah.
I mean, like they're not going to be like, oh, they showed us.
Sorry.
let's just go ahead and just drop our prices and blah blah.
It would have to be a lot of people that just decided all at once, like a revolution of people.
Yeah, but think about that though. Think about what that would do. But think about what that would do to their image. You know, they wouldn't be if they had to recognize like, okay, people are like not buying our stuff anymore. You know, we're gonna have to lower prices, but then you're gonna have to just completely get rid of the premium aspect of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're just not gonna like, dude, Lego has bet so hard on themselves, man, that they're just convinced like it doesn't matter. And yeah, I agree that everybody buying their stuff does not help. But doesn't that seem like almost like a trap? Like, we're premium, our stuff is the best. Please buy our stuff. Come buy our stuff, because we're the best. Oh, you keep buying our stuff? Let's just keep jacking the prices up then. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, what company thinks like that? I'm not saying you can't make, clearly you're making profits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you don't have to, I don't know, man. I just keep going round and round with it. It's just crazy. That's so funny. He says, that's a different audience. Let's see here. It's my entrepreneur brain. It doesn't turn off. No, I get it. G1 Transformers were made with plastic and die-cast parts, and they didn't label them premium, just saying. I know. And then they didn't even label premium back in the day when we were young, and they were made out of metal. And you could take Megatron and pistol whip somebody. They didn't. Because premium puts you on a different level. Because you can make awesome toys. You know what I mean? And take pride in them. Make the best ones you can. But once you start saying oh, they're premium, then it said it changes stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it gives this whole different perception about what it is and justifying it being really expensive or whatever. And look, it's not like other toys aren't more expensive than they probably should, but it's just Lego's a whole nother level, man. Oh, thank you, Britt. Thank you. Sounds like a good morning rant stream. It's because I'm sick. And we don't have, well, and we don't have a lot of stuff prepped like we normally do. So yeah, but let's go through some news. That's what I meant to do anyways. So let's see here. Get this all set up here. Let's go. Let's see what expensive stuff we got going on.
Yeah, see what expensive stuff we could spend our money on.
Lego Ninjago X1 Ninja Charger 15th anniversary. I mean, that's a nice car.
Yeah.
It's hot.
I didn't know Ninjago had cars.
Yeah. Occasionally they make some pretty rad ones, man. And look what we got right here. We got a limited edition figure. They show that thing?
Yeah, it's right there, isn't it?
Wait, is it her? I think it's her.
Oh, okay.
Or is it this? No, is it that guy?
Is that guy that's floating in the
No,
air?
it is her. Yeah, look, that is her.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So cool car. Look, it turns into a motorcycle too. That's awesome. Okay, limited edition figure. We were just talking about the minifigs and stuff earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it's an all right fig. It doesn't really mean anything to me because I like Ninjago, but I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah. I don't know much about it.
I don't know.
I just don't need another IP or another genre to get into. So I love their stuff. I really do. I fight it every time. I'm like, oh, that's a cool set. Oh, no, I don't need that.
This Ninjago 15th anniversary pin, I've got the one from the 10th anniversary. I think it came with Ninjago City Gardens. Cool fig. I like that. That's nice.
They have cool prints on their figs. I like that.
Yeah.
I just can't get into something else.
I know, right? So this is another thing that a lot of people, myself included, have been kind of complaining about as well. I know for me, it's more about just I'm sick of seeing Grogu. It's been years. It's been years. Let it go. We need something new. But they just made a Grogu not long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, if I'm not mistaken, is $50 more than the last one.
See, I think that's the problem at least me personally, have a lot to do with IPs, is that they just keep making the same stuff over and over again, just different versions of it, and it's like, well, how many things can you have of the same thing? Like it gets, and then they make you feel like, the FOMO aspect. They were like, oh, well, if you didn't get this one, you're not special because you didn't get the latest one.
Now,
like, there's 10 other ones.
I want to say something though, just to put this out there. I'm not going to go too hard on Lego about this, because I have no idea if Disney tells them, like, hey, we've got Mandalorian Grogu movie coming out. Like, so you guys are going to have to do some Mandalorian Grogu stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
So I try to give Lego some slack when I feel like they deserve it. Is that a Wu-Tang symbol on her chest? Dude, Gene's version was talking about how it almost looked like Grogu was like Flavor Flav, man, with the clock or something, man. It was so good. It was so good. Let me see here. Gamble, what's up?
What up?
It says, hi, Brick Have. Have a Brick Hive. All right, let's see here. Rapture says, well, the $1 billion plant in Virginia is what we are paying for. They have to spread that cost across all sets, plus the smart bricks fails. We have to pay for that. Well, here's the thing. I understand what you're saying, because, yeah, there are some things that when they buy, they're spreading out the cost, right? There are some things that and obviously it doesn't matter what I think, but there are some things that I just like, I don't like them dumping $1 billion into like the video game stuff, like I don't give a shit about video games if I'm buying Lego, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so I don't care. But even the plant, that's a good thing, because that'll help us get stuff faster, and hopefully maybe
right?
Hopefully it even help with the cost of stuff, because you don't have to ship things over like you used to or whatever, right? But here's the other thing that I'm going to say about this, Rapture, because I agree with what you're saying. However, just like I was saying earlier, think of all the money that Lego spends, and they're still profiting. They profited $6 billion in the first half of fucking 2025. Sorry for cussing again.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to, man, but my mind is like slipping. So while I understand like they got to spread costs around and stuff like that, but I thought that was the point of them wanting these double-digit profit margins, so that way they can invest and plan for the future, not turn it around, but like, yeah, we're going to charge you guys a buttload of money for our Lego, and then still charge you more because we want to build a plan or whatever. So I understand and I agree with you, but at the same time, I'm like, it's just not. It's not. No. Price is not okay for that Ninjago car. Look at that minifig face for the Ninjago car. She's not happy about the price too. Dude, you guys don't make me laugh too hard, man. It hurts. I'm sick of Grogu. I feel like a lot of people are sick of Grogu, man.
No more Grogu.
I mean, I just don't understand. Like, look, I complain a lot, and usually I'm overabundant about it. You know what I mean? I'm usually pretty nonsensical and ridiculous, but I still don't understand why more people aren't vocal about, like, okay, it was fine the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian, but then we had this emotional send-off, that was beautiful. It was great. Yeah. And then in Boba Fett, man, look who's back, up. And then the Mandalorian season 3, look who's back. Up. Now in this movie, look who's back. It's like, so at this point, I'm done with Mandalorian. I'm just done with it. I don't care. I'm sure there's going to be some cool action scenes or whatever, man. I'm done with it. When I saw The Mandalorian, I was so excited to think like, oh man, we're going to get this bounty hunter show. He's going to go and do bounty hunter stuff. No, it's adventures in babysitting. And that's what it's been. That's what it's been for years now, man. And we haven't even heard this thing talk yet.
Adventures in babysitting. That's a good analogy.
I mean, but that's what it is.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's like, it was fine for a little while, man. But like, what is that? All you got? But I feel like that's what it is. Disney's like, oh, The Mandalorian. They haven't put a movie out in like, what, 7 years? Like the last, Rise of Skywalker. That was the last movie they put out. And they had so many plans for Disney, for Lucasfilm, and they don't put a movie out for 7 years. And they're like, oh, well, the Mandalorian was like really the only thing that like was awesome, you know? So we're just going to keep milking that. It's like, good Lord, man. And I keep saying, like, you want to make Star Wars fans happy? Just make good Star Wars. Don't try and overcomplicate it. You know what I mean? I keep saying, like, do some Darth Revan. Show how the Rule of Two came out. Darth Bane, Darth Xana. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much stuff they can do that is so badass. And yet we get the Acolyte, you know, or we get the Book of Boba Fett. You know what I mean? Like, just dumb stuff, man. But yeah, I'm sick of Grogu too, Justin. Feed him to the Ewoks. That would be, dude. That'd be so epic. That'd be so awesome. That'd be so awesome to see Ewoks eat Grogu.
Would you like Ewoks then?
I know I'd be a hypocrite about it, but I would definitely be rooting for the Ewoks. I am not impressed with these Star Wars releases. I don't think many people are, honestly. I mean, they're just pretty weak. I will say, the new X-Wing, that looks pretty nice. The ship that's got what is the creatures that Babu Frick is? You know what I mean? Like, I forget what that ship's called. Everybody keeps saying it's all gray and blah blah blah, and it's like, well, it's Star Wars. What do you expect? You know? I think that ship looks okay. I was trying to think of what else came out that I thought was all right, but I'm very interested to see what the UCS S1 Starfighter will look like. That's going to be out for May the 4th. I know we got pictures of the Super Star Destroyer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I definitely want that, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to be spending a lot of money on tattoos in 2026. I can tell you that right now. I have so many things that I've been wanting to get done. So I'll probably do the only thing I'll probably really be buying is, like I said, if the S1 Starfighter looks pretty good, I'll get that. I'm definitely going to get Kit, you know, Knight Rider. And just depending on how things are, I might get that Super Star Destroyer. But dude, if I got the Super Star Destroyer, I'm like, again, where am I going to put it?
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
I seen some people with the Death Star and having this thing in just the most random ass place. I mean, because it's so big. Like, I don't want to give away any names, and I like this person a lot. I think they're great, but like, they're building, right? And I'm assuming they're building like maybe in their dining room or something. But like on the kitchen counter, like next to the sink, is like the Death Star in a glass case too, and like in one of the cases. Because I'm just like, yeah, where are you gonna put it, right?
Yeah, where do you put that, dude?
I know. In the future, there will be only the Lego Group and maybe Disney. Well, Disney has bought a lot of, because what Disney owns: Hulu, CBS, Fox. I don't even know what else. ESPN, and then there's probably a bunch of other stuff I can't think of. That's dangerous, man. It's called a monopoly.
Yeah. There's rules against that.
Yeah, because when they control so much, then if you don't like something, you can't even really get away from it necessarily because they own all these different stations and shows and blah blah blah. Dario, what's going on? More Gizmo, less Grogu. Gizmo was cool. You know, I don't remember how much it was or anything like that, but
they can make some of the other Gremlins. What was the evil one's name? I forgot what his name was.
That'd be great if they made the one with the jacket when he was doing
the
flashing.
Yeah, the flashing.
Yeah, that was great.
But what was the main one? Stripe.
Yeah, little known fact. So I saw Gremlins in the theater when I was a kid. I don't remember, like I must have been maybe 6 or something. I was pretty young. And I made it through the whole movie, but then at the end when Stripe was in the water and he was melting or whatever.
I
told my dad, I was like, I want to go. It freaked me out, man.
Yeah, and that, dude, some of those 80s movies, I learned this by having young kids. Because I was like, oh, hey, I told my wife, like let them watch Ghostbusters. She's like, I can't watch Ghostbusters. I'm like, why not? She's like, there's a sex scene in it, you know, like when she's floating over him, remember? And
right.
And she's moaning and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. I was like, well, why was I able to watch it at 10 years old?
Yeah, I remember
watching that, you know, like it was not a big deal. And like all those 80s movies that I grew up on. I'm like, oh yeah, the girls can watch. Oh no, they can't.
Yeah, we live in a different time now, man. Because I remember, God, because we had a VCR.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
every time a movie would come on the VCR, we'd always get it, and we actually had two because we'd like make copies.
Yeah. When you could do that back then.
But I remember like watching things like RoboCop, you know what I mean, and like when they shoot Murphy down, dude, like that was kind of traumatizing, man. Seeing that brutal of a scene, even like Lost Boys, man.
Yeah,
I remember watching Lost Boys, and like the first time they show what's his face, like who they are, and they attack all those rocking headbangers, like around the campfire or whatever it was.
Right.
Remember, like he bit into the one dude's head that he's like bald.
Yeah.
It was like biting into a can or something. Yeah, dude. There's a lot of stuff back in the day. I'm pretty sure it messed me up.
Yeah, yeah. Gremlins was like I wanted to show the girls, but I'm like, yeah, they wouldn't be able to handle that right now. Like,
Gremlins. I don't think it's necessarily into the maturity stuff. It's just more of like the violence in it.
Yeah.
Like when they threw one of the gremlins in like the microwave,
and it just explodes everywhere. That's crazy, man.
They're milking Grogu. Doesn't sound right, but that's it. Yeah, right.
Yeah. I don't want to see that.
Pretty sure everyone is wrong about the profit margins. They are in Danish kroner, which is nowhere near the value of the dollar. So 6 billion is more like 354 million.
That's still a lot.
I don't feel like you're right about that, Will. I've been looking at their prices for a long time, and yeah, I get what you're saying about the Danish kroner part, but like they're still in the billions of dollars. I feel like maybe if it's not like 6 billion, it might be like 3 or something. But you know what? Let's look, because now I'm curious. You got me thinking.
But even 354 million is not nothing to sneeze at. I mean, that's a lot.
Lego, I don't know, just Lego profits 2025. The first half of 2025, the Lego Group reported record financial results with revenue growing 12% to. So get this. All right. It says 12% to the DKK, which must mean the Danish kroner thing you're talking about, of 34.6 billion, which is 5.4 billion. So, yeah, when you translate it, they're making more than what we think. It's just when you translate it into like our money, it's billions of dollars.
Right.
So an operating profit increase to 10% to DKK is 9.0 billion, which would be 1.4 billion for us. I'm reading through this fast, and I'm like I said, I'm not feeling good, but I'm trying to find something a little bit more solid. Because look, even without like researching this a lot, are they making maybe as much as maybe we think? I'm not 100% sure. You know what I mean? But I can promise you, they're not 100 millionaires. They're definitely making billions of dollars. There's no doubt about that. And a daycare far away. I don't even know. Fact checks. Operating profit 2024, 18.7 billion Danish kroner, which translates to approximately 2.7 billion USD. Okay. So like I said, they're still making billions of dollars. And that's operating profit for how long? Was that for the whole of 2025, or was it a quarter or the half of the year? But regardless, yeah, thanks, Rapture. Appreciate it, man. Adults welcome, but you get more Grogu because kids don't know who all the niche characters are. Yeah. Well, the thing with Star Wars is people have been telling me for years that they're always going to cater to the original trilogy. And again, I'm like, why? Wait, because maybe it's the most recognizable? Maybe, 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But now you got, I always call them, my cloner friends. All the Gen Z grew up with the prequels and all the other, the Clone Wars and all that stuff. Like they're now in their mid-20s or whatever, or whatever. And that's a whole different demographic. And I've stated a lot that Lego needs to cater to that demographic.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't care what Lego likes, because I've heard designers say like all their favorites are the original trilogy and stuff. Like that's great, but and then what's even crazy, because look, clearly they do a lot of stuff just based off popularity and money and stuff,
right?
You know? Because how many sequel sets have we seen?
Mm-hmm.
Like when the movies came out, yeah, we had some sets, but like they haven't really done anything, man, for the sequels. I mean, maybe a tiny bit.
Right. But it's
they own ABC, not CBS. Damn, I thought it was CBS.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it might be right there. It is ABC. 2025 profits aren't released yet, but was trending at 13% increase. Yeah, that's the thing too, is they've just continuously just going up and up and up. And I get it, because it's not about, I mean, I think a lot of it is definitely us, you know, as far as buying like more stuff and all that. Because think about it, like, and I know this is another thing they do as far as marketing. They won't tell us everything necessarily because they don't want us to plan for stuff. I think that's why they took away the calendar years ago.
Yeah.
Because if we start planning for things, then we might not stumble. Because it's one thing if you plan out and you're like, okay, I see they're going to have Pokemon, you know, so I'm going to save up for Pokemon. But before Pokemon comes out, then all of a sudden something different came out and you're like, oh my God, I really want that too. And then you can't even make a decision. So yeah, it's pretty wild. Let's see here. Remember the wait list at the movie retail shop. I don't know what that means, Justin. At the movie retail shop? It's a crap load of money for one family. I think it's also pretty funny too, you know. I mean, I don't feel like there's really any relevance, but you know, a lot of people be screaming about billionaires now. I'm like, I don't know. I wonder if they mean the people that own Lego too, you know? Because just because, you know, they give to charity doesn't resolve them of other things, you know?
No.
And again, how much you giving to charity? Multi-billion-dollar company. Anyways, they make about 20 to 15% profit per year. They will make roughly 11 billion this year, but won't know until 2026. Yeah, dude, that's a lot. It's a lot.
And you know, it doesn't get any better because, you know, they continuously wanted better the year before. So they make 10 billion last year. They got to make 11 billion this year, you know. So it's never going to stop until they go bankrupt, but that'll never happen. So
yeah. Oh, I see what you mean, Justin. I see what you mean. Yeah. I mean, 11 billion is a lot, man. And I feel like that's how strong like their grasp is on everything, because everybody complains about the prices. Some complain more than others, you know, but I don't think there's a few people. There's a few shills that definitely don't seem to say or don't care about the prices. You know what I mean? But I would say 99% of us aren't happy with the prices of Lego. We all think that they're just too expensive. You know what I mean? But it is a weird thing that, you know, like I'll look at something being expensive and I'll be like, oh, okay, I'm okay. I'll buy it. You know what I mean? But
right.
But if you look at how much money they're making, man, and you're like, wow, you couldn't just lower the prices a little bit.
Yeah, $10 makes a big difference, you know. I mean, just paying $10 less for something would make so much of a big difference.
It's difficult, but it's not impossible, you know, because like what I've done is like I pulled back, and yeah, like I said, I'm gonna probably buy Knight Rider. I'll probably buy the S1 Starfighter. You know what I mean? But I'm just done with just about everything else. Like this is the first year I haven't bought a modular, and I don't really intend to. You know what I mean?
I don't like this year's modular. It's a little weird.
Look, Lego they're beautiful sets, but I'm just kind of over it now, you know. And it's like I said, once you stop buying as much and you pull back and you start looking from a little bit of a distance, you start realizing like, what the hell, man? What was I doing? Like, I mean, and look, this is just me. And I just know there's a lot of people that feel the same way as me, you know what I mean? Or might be even the financial situation where you just can't buy this stuff anymore. If you can, and you can afford it and you love it, you don't care about the price, like you're willing to spend it, like then, you know, you go be great. You go be great with your Rolex and your iPhones and your Lamborghinis. That's awesome. You know what it kind of reminds me of too, in a way. Somebody will buy a piece of crap car but put some really expensive rims on it. You know?
Right.
I'm not gonna give up my car. I'm just gonna like pour some money into it. So just quickly, you always compare operational profit because that is net operational cost over previous year. Wait, just quickly, you always compare operational profit. When I talk about their money, I'm talking about just after everything's said and done, net revenue. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I was being not clear about that. Stop buying, focus on building, then buy way more to mock. That's how it goes. Yeah, I agree. All right, let's get back into some news. So yeah, Grogu. Flavor Flay inside. So Snoopy. Peanuts. It's a nice set. You know, I'm not going to deny that. It's really nice.
Iconic. You know, it's a red doghouse with him sitting on it.
Yeah, I mean, the red hot doghouse is definitely, you know, very, very iconic. I just don't care enough.
Yeah. I like it. It's a cool set.
I like it too. I like Snoopy.
How much are they asking for?
Only
$50.
$90.
No, God dang, that's not $90 worth.
Yeah, but you could do different stuff with it. It's got 3 poses. So I like Snoopy, but I've never liked Peanuts. I don't hate it. I just never cared about it. I don't care about Charlie Brown or Lucy or any of them. So yeah, I don't have any kind of special attachment to it, but I do like Snoopy. If I was more of a Snoopy lover, I'd probably get this. I don't know. Yeah, dude. I don't know. Star Wars this year kind of sucks. Dude, this is a $45 set, man.
Ooh, that's not.
Dude.
$45.
Dude, $45.
That is crazy for $45.
I know, man.
No way.
Because this is what you get. This is what you get for $45, man. It's just crazy to me. I do like Grogu's new minifig. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's definitely better than the other one. What else we got going on here? Oh, yeah. The shipping container boat. So I was looking at this and kind of laughing because I'm like, look, if you're into boats, I get it. Okay. But I'm like, a shipping container boat? It's like,
yeah, there's nothing really.
It's not like, it's not beautiful looking.
It's not even playable, I guess, if you own a shipyard in your city.
So something that I thought was interesting, 2 things. One, you've got $150 set, and these are all stickers.
Oh, are they? Oh,
Dude, can you imagine applying all these stickers, dude?
Oh my gosh. That would be horrible, dude.
And the other thing is, and I don't think they're gonna show it here. No, they're not. And the Lego ad that I saw, it was a kid like holding this thing. And I'm like, I really felt like this was an adult's welcome kind of thing. But
yeah, I mean, unless you're a kid that's really into shipping container ships.
I mean, I think we should.
Is it like a famous one or something? Is there
we should probably rain on their parade and teach the kids some stuff about these shipping container ships and be like, do you know how many of these shipping containers actually fall into the ocean every year? Did you know that one of these things hit a bridge in Maryland and actually killed some people? Like, oh my God. You know what? Something kind of interesting though. Maersk, is that what it's called? Maersk? Sure. They have all kinds of stuff here in Baltimore because we're like one of the biggest shipping.
Oh, okay. So they're a major shipping.
Yeah, dude. I see these things all the time. Like, yeah.
I just don't see the allure to buy that at all.
Brick Journal founder Joe Mino, I hope I said that right. Mino passes away. It's very sad. I was reading about it. He's a Brick Journal founder, but pretty big part of the Lego community. But in some very sad news that came out last night, Brick Journal founder Joe Meno has passed away after fighting cancer the past few years. For over 20 years, Joe's work helped showcase the Lego fan community in the Brick Journal as well as at Lego conventions. I feel like I met him, actually, to be honest. He was also heavily involved with the first Lego League, working with elementary school teams. I was lucky enough to meet Joe a few times at San Diego Comic-Con, and he was always fun to talk to, not just about Lego, but about life and stuff in general. Joe will be missed. Rest in peace, Joe.
Yep.
It's not lost on me that, so look, something I was telling a friend of mine not too long ago is one of the hardest things about getting older. You'd think it'd be like, oh, my back or, whatever. But it's seeing people pass away. Like, we all deal with death. We've all probably had family members or friends that have passed away, and it's always hard, But when you start getting older, you start seeing more people pass away. Then a lot of celebrities. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say like a celebrity to me is more important than like my grandmother passing away. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is you start to really see how older you're getting when you start seeing all these people that you've grown up with, idolized,
your age,
pass away. The most recent one was James Van Der Beek. And it breaks my heart, man, because one, he was my age, but he died of colon cancer. And I was telling the wife, I was like, it just blows my mind that a celebrity, didn't get checked out soon enough. I don't know if he could afford it. I don't know, because I know he wasn't like a big celebrity, like doing a lot of movies now and stuff. So I don't know what his financial situation was like.
I think his family had a GoFundMe account towards the end to help pay for his treatment and stuff.
But yeah, it's hard. It's hard seeing people, like I said, you grow up with pass away, because it reminds you of your own mortality. And the older you get, the more you've got to like face that. You know what I mean? You've got to have this realization, that because a lot of people put stuff out of their mind, you know what I mean? Just kind of just keep moving with life. But every once in a while, it's not a bad thing to just try and contemplate that a little bit, understand it. And I tell you, man, like seeing James, the way he was looking, right at the end, it reminded me also of Chadwick Boseman, too. You know what I mean? When he passed away, the way he looked right before, and it's just so heartbreaking, man. It's so sad to see. So yeah, I'm not trying to bum everybody out, but I'm also never going to just sugarcoat everything either. Real quick, let me check on the comments, and then we'll get back into some more. And look, I understand this isn't like a normal show, everybody. Like we're just sitting here just talking, you know what I mean? Just didn't have stuff planned out. I do have a minifig mug Monday I'm going to show here in a few minutes, but
cool.
I just figured we just talk with you guys in the chat. We interact with you guys, what you guys are talking about or asking or telling, and then just talking about some of these new sets and stuff. I do apologize if I'm more ranty on Good Morning Brick World than normal. I just look, everybody, when there's good stuff, man, I compliment, good stuff. I praise good stuff. It's not like, I hate everything, but there's just so much stuff, man. I'm just like, dude, how is nobody else bothered by this? You know what I mean? Right. Anyways, what do we call it? It's that yellow hair, green grass piece new. That is the only thing I saw. I don't know. I built the modular from parts I already had without the inside details and just bought the figs. Cost me $47. God dang. That's a I gotta keep this comment highlighted for a minute. Because look, it's interesting that you said that, because the part that really intrigues me isn't just the money part, but it's that without the inside details. So let me tell you something. If I could have a cheaper modular without the inside details, I would be just fine with that. And do you know why? Because I don't play with my Lego. I don't pop open the modulars and, hey, how are you doing today? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't play with them. I hardly even ever open the modulars for anything. You know what I mean? So I don't need all that detail. Now, if you've got something with a lot of open windows and you can see inside easily, maybe have some generic details inside, I guess. But yeah, look, it's kind of like, I know everybody who watches me and already knows this, but like with play features, I don't care about play features. Like, is it cool? I guess. Yeah. I mean, but like all these things that cost more money for you to utilize maybe one time, it just doesn't make any sense to me. That's why I did that whole, I'm a dune sit, a long time ago. I was like, whoopee, I can fly.
Well, like the Home Alone house. I mean, there's so much detail in that inside that if you ain't playing with it, I mean, it's been sitting back there closed the whole time.
But even if you do occasionally play, you're not going to see it unless you open it up. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, and don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like a lot of the play feature, or not play features, but the things inside might be cool, little Easter eggs or whatever. But I'm just like, yeah, it's cool. Is it worth paying a lot more money for?
No.
Not really, in my opinion.
They should almost give two versions. A version that's like has all the detail in it, and a version that's just the outside shell for half the price.
So Justin loves that Maersk scent. I almost want to say mirror, like meerkat. No kids should be near the shipping container, and if you see that, call someone.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. I don't understand Lego's fascination with Maersk. It's because they're Danish. It's a Denmark company, right?
Yeah.
I know they're over there. That's where they're from. That's what I assume. That's right. F Cancer.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Joe. Yeah, and Pink Wills has already, been through her own, her own thing with that. So she knows all too well. Sadly, I'm going to more funerals than weddings now. Yeah, I know. Look, I'll tell you right now, man. A lot of youngins they'll make fun of old people and stuff, or blah blah blah. Hey, boomer! Blah, blah. I keep telling them I'm not a freaking boomer.
Yeah, we're not boomers.
I'm like Gen X, man, and I'll shove my Gen X foot up your ass. But to get older, you can't be weak. You got to be tough, man. Like, you think you can just get older and like deal with all the stuff like we were talking about, people passing away, or like, yeah, my body isn't quite as prime as it used to be, or whatever, man. Like, yeah, you can't be a little bitch, you know what I mean? Like, and get older. Like, you got to be tough, man. Let's see. Fun fact: the cargo ship Tokyo Express was traveling from Rotterdam to New York when it was hit by a wave caused by a storm off Land's End on 13 February 1997 and scattered nearly 5 million pieces. Wow. Something crazy happened over in Cali a few years ago, where an Amazon train like derailed or something. I don't think anybody was hurt because it was like just cargo, right? But I was watching the news, man. All kinds of people, man, were just swarming the tracks, dude, just taking packages and packages and packages.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
I'm like, so that's where my package went.
That's where my Lego set went.
That's where my Lego set went. Hey, nobody talk to Alexa, stop. Oh my God.
No one's talking to you, Alexa.
No one's talking to you. Dude, speaking of which, that freaking thing is very disturbing. I don't know, because we have one here, we have one in the bathroom, we got one in the kitchen, just so that way, because the house is so big, it's just easier to try and contact each other. But there's so many times we'll ask that artificial intelligence degenerate something, and it's just like it's just nonsensical. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. Like right now, what did I say to even enact that thing?
Yeah.
Freaking Skynet, man. A lot of my friends grew up with have passed away. The older you get, the more familiar. Yeah. It's something, look, and for people that are young, like, don't dwell on it. Live your life. Be young. Have as much fun as you can. But a lot of us, these are things that we're realizing, it's just something that we have to deal with. Maybe Maersk is the shipping company Lego used to ship Lego over here. No, that would cost too much. No, they're I want to say they're a Danish company, and that's what it is. They're definitely a company from over in that region. I just don't know for sure, but I was researching it like not too long ago. My uncle just passed on Thursday. I'm so sorry, Justin.
I'm sorry for that. Sorry for you.
On the American side of our family. Yeah. And the other thing too is, look, if you really love and care about somebody, don't wait till the last minute, to go, because that's like when my grandmother passed away, man, I was really messed up over it because I just kept putting off seeing her, and life is busy, but I should have made time for my grandma, you know what I mean? And then it was just too late,
Yeah.
Let's see here. No worries, Hive. I enjoy these types of shows. Well, thank you. I know it's not our normal structural show. I just want to make sure that I at least kind of apologize for that. Because look, I know some of you guys, look, what's weird is I have different fans. Like I have different members. I was looking at the videos where people become members on my channel. Some of them it's from Good Morning Brick World. Some of it's from Pure Ant Fury. So I have like basically 3 different audiences. I have like fans of Good Morning Brick World. I have fans of Pure Ant Fury, and then I have fans that like just both. They like everything I do. You know what I mean? Just like I'm curious. If I'll lose anybody after Good Morning Brick World, goes over to your end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if I do, I do. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna hate anybody for that either. I don't want anybody to think that. Like, I am not just a staple in your life. You know what I mean? I am on this screen. I'm an entertainer. You know what I mean? And if I can't entertain you to your liking, then yeah, you're gonna go somewhere else. You know what I mean? I'm just lucky enough that I feel like I've got like the most loyal following ever.
You do, yeah. I believe that.
So many of you have stuck by me, even if you don't agree with stuff I say. You know what I mean? And yeah, I don't want to go too much into that because I don't just start getting emotional and cry like a little baby on the stream. I know. Wah. Good morning, Brick World. Boot up your ass. I know. You guys, I know I might look okay. I'm telling you, I feel so sick right now. It's insane.
We got 15 minutes, Hive.
I know, right? I can't believe it, man. I'm going to be patting myself on the back. I got 2 hours. Because the other night on Pure Ant Fury, I guess maybe because it just kind of started. And I took medication, took a hot shower. I drank some hot tea. And yeah, man, I was watching back and I was like, yeah, I look like I was all right. And it's not the same now. Oh, Brett says you are awesome, Hive, and so are you, LegoLongoria.
Oh, thank you.
Brittany, you are such a sweetie. Thank you. All right, look. Clearly, we did not get to finish news. I'm skimming real quick through the news just to kind of see if there's something else that might be interesting to show before we get out of here. So let's get back into this real quick, and then we will get into the Minifig Mug Monday.
Oh,
Duck Family, dude, this is really great.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like everything about that.
I gotta tell you, the designers, they do such a phenomenal job, man. They really do. Like, yeah, every once in a while there's a set that whatever, looks like crap or something, but like, dude, this is such a simplistic thing.
Yeah,
but it looks so good.
That's what I think I like about it. It's so simple, but yet detailed.
And something else, it's not just a technique, it's also just that they put stuff like these what are these called again?
Dog willows,
wisp.
I
don't know. I feel like you could break them off and whap somebody on the butt with them or something. But it's just nice that they put those in there. You know what I mean? It just really adds to it. All right, let's see what we got for promo bits real quick. Looks like pretty much everything we've already talked about. Lego Smart Brick battery, charging station, runtime, durability. Dude, I heard something about the Smart Play brick. I need to make sure. Yeah,
cattails. Okay. That's what they're called.
Well, okay. This is what I heard. I heard that in the beginning it took about 3 hours to charge. Okay. But then I just heard not too long ago it's a lot longer than that.
Oh, wow. I thought you were going to say it's a lot
That's what I want to see if that's what they say because hold on. Charging pad. Hold on. Charging time. Here we go. Depending on the charge level, charging the Lego Smart Brick to 100% via the charging station takes between 2 and 3 hours. Okay. So I was right. All right. According to the manufacturer, a fully charged Smart Brick provides approximately 45 minutes of playtime with light and sound effects since children typically take frequent breaks while playing. What? Frequent breaks while playing? Look, and maybe it's because I had 2 stepsisters, but like for portions of my life, like I was just like an only child, and I had friends, but I was one of those people like I could play by myself, you know, like, and I remember just playing for hours and hours and hours, man. You just lose track of time, your imagination, right? So yeah, I don't know. Maybe kids, maybe the attention spans.
Maybe the attention spans now are are less, you know, than when we were a kid and an only child.
yeah, I guess that's it. Look, I've mentioned I don't think it's going to be that great, honestly. Look, I don't think these are going to do as good as people think they are, honestly.
I don't think
I really don't. And I don't mean to be negative Nicholas here. I'm just saying, one, because, you know, they're like, oh, we've done studies. Well, again, yeah, if you throw any new thing in front of a kid for free and just be like, yeah, tell us what you think, you're probably going to love it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But are you going to love it after you got to wait for it to charge and then you go play some Fortnite or you go out? I was going to say,
yeah, did they test them on that?
Kids really go outside anymore.
No,
but,
not really.
But yeah, I mean, are you going to like remember to come back and play for another 45 minutes or something before it dies? I don't know. And then the other bigger part of it is parents. Like, I think there's also going to be some confusion about some of the sets that don't have the smart brick too, but yeah, whatever. All right. Enough of that. Let's get into Minifig Mug Monday. Super Cabre, Duck yeah. How are you? I hope you're doing good. Cattails.
Yeah, that's what they're called, cattails.
Really?
Yes. I looked it up. Also,
I thought they had a different name. I don't know. Do you guys remember honeysuckles?
Yeah.
Did you used to like?
Yeah, the girls sometimes will find them around here and do that.
Dude, there's something, man. The last house that we lived in, like the whole backyard had tons of honeysuckles, and like at spring or something like that, it was amazing. Like we'd walk out to the back porch and you'd see like, you know, in dusk or whatever, you see like lightning bugs, but all you'd smell is just honeysuckles.
Yeah.
I know. I think about the most random stuff. Let's see here. Damn, those ducks look good. Shy. I'm a staple in your life. Oh, shoot.
Do the heart. Do the heart.
I can't do that heart. My hands won't let me. It's like a magnetic repulsive type thing. But I can do this.
It goes like this.
Yeah, like I can't. I try, but it's like the opposite magnetic force. But I can do this. I can draw one. There you go, Shy. That's for you. There you go.
Happy Valentine's Day, Shy.
Happy Valentine's Day, Shy. I'm gonna send you something. Just don't tell anybody. You're awesome, Hive. Oh wait, you already read that. I'm sorry. When I was a kid, all I needed to be left alone and fun. Yeah, totally. They should sell CMF bags with the smart brick and or sound effect tiles. I mean, personally, I just feel like selling the smart brick with the charger by itself would be optimal.
Yeah,
you know, it's kind of like, I know I've heard some people say they're very interested to see what a lot of AFOLs mock builders can do with the smart brick, but unless they sell it individually, what is somebody going to go buy like 50 TIE fighter sets or something? You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't understand. But that's a good idea, Rapture. Doing well, thanks. How the same for you guys? Well, I'm doing like crap, but that's because I'm sick.
Yeah.
But the show must go on. Let's do Minifig Mug Monday. So in case you're wondering, if anybody's new around here, if you go on Instagram and you post a picture with a minifig and a mug, it could be a mug like this. It could be a mug, like a minifig mug holding, you know, like a minifig holding a mug. I know Brickbabe would probably tell me no, but you can have a minifig next to your own mug. You know what I mean? But yeah, so do that and put it on Instagram. Do the hashtag Minifig Mug Monday and definitely tag Brickbabe. You can tag any of us, but definitely tag Brickbabe in it. So, all right, here is the latest Minifig Mug Monday. All right. Goodness gracious. What's up? Cheap ass bricks out there. What's going on?
Good morning.
Good to see you. Hive has got the smart brick anger. Yeah, smarty pants. What are we talking about? Hashtag minifigure mug Monday. I think it's just minifig.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just minifig mug Monday. But yeah, good morning, brick nerds. I did it and forgot the tag. That'll happen. That'll happen, man. I gotta tell you though, it's funny, you say you forgot the tag. You know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna bring it up. It's just ranty stuff. I don't want to get into that, man. It's too close to the end of the show. I don't want to. I don't want to send everybody off on a ranty note. Revenge of the Brick Nerds. Yes, Mayo. Revenge of the Brick Nerds. Brett, you're so sweet. W Stream. Have a wonderful Sunday, everyone. Smash that like. We would very much appreciate it. All right, real quick. I am going to get the link here for
the next stream.
Yes, the next stream, which is Sig's Bricks. And I do want to remind everybody again that if you can, I don't like to try and make people feel guilty about it, because clearly, we're all dealing with our own financial grievances and stuff. But if you're able to, definitely go to the link in the description below and go donate something.
Yeah, whatever you can. $1.
Yeah. I mean, anything you can always helps. So I'm going to put the link in the chat there. Here we go. It says no, I want to hear it. Can't leave us hanging. It's not about it. Just look, my mind works weird sometimes. I'll hear a word and then it just it's like a ping. What am I trying to think of? A pinball machine, it just keep hitting all these other words in my head until something comes out. So I don't know, for some reason it made me think of a lot of content creators, and I've ranted about this heavily, and I haven't stopped, and I keep calling more people out about it. This whole thing about I'm going to give you something if you follow me, and if you tag somebody, and if you work out a 6-digit code or whatever the heck, man, they're asking about. And for me, it's look, if you want to give something away to your followers because you're grateful, I do it occasionally. I try and do it for members and stuff like that. But when you're trying to entice people to do it because of it, it seems really like you're buying followers.
Yeah.
You're buying likes. You're buying this. You're buying that. And I'm just tired of it, man. I'm just tired of a lot of disingenuous creators out there that are oh, I'm going to give you something, but you need to come over here and follow me and this and that. No, just make good content.
Mm-hmm.
Just make good content. People will follow you or they won't,
Yeah.
But I get why. Look, I'm not mad at people necessarily that get into it because they might want a free set. This one dude I was ranting about was talking about buying, a Death Star for somebody or a UCS Falcon. I get that, you know what I mean? It's more I'm mad at them, because they're just enticing people to do this stuff. Mm-hmm. And then next thing I know, I'm getting tagged and a bunch of freaking giveaways.
Yeah.
I'm I don't care about any of this stuff, man. Stop bothering me. I mean, I'm not mad at my friends that do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Good Lord. So that's kind of where that's where my thoughts originally were going to go with that. Have a great rest of the weekend. Gonna go build non-Lego team. Over 1,000 pieces, only $45.
Hey, there you go.
Rapture, you're so great. There have been a lot of cool stuff I've seen, man, from a lot of these off-brand companies, and some of them have IPs, man. I've seen Garfield out there. There's been a bunch of them. Dragon Ball. There was it was like a beach tiki hut type thing. It's been so long since I've watched Dragon Ball. I can't remember the name of the old guy, but he was included with it. I would like to see Dragon Ball really make a good comeback, man. It's just for all my Dragon Ball fans out there. Look, Dragon Ball is a staple part of animation, just all around cool stuff. I never watched it as much as a lot of my other friends because I would love the fights, but it seemed like it always took like 10 episodes. Fight, man. Like, God, like I want to watch the fight. Like, I remember the last time I really watched it when there was a villain called Majin Buu, and dude, it was a great storyline, and it was really crazy because Majin Buu was like really big at first, and then like became like this different character. I don't know. It was really rad, but yeah, I would like to see like Dragon Ball make like a really good comeback. That'd be awesome. Thank you, Mayo. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So, anyways, I put the link in the description for the next stream.
Yeah.
Please go over there, show some love. And again, if you can donate anything, please do. There's 2 more hours, and then the last one is Cool Hand LegoLongoria. He does like the event closer. You know, I do apologize because I've just been so busy and again sick, so I haven't really gotten to be as involved or do as much research or whatever. He maybe even share as much stuff as I like to, but you know, please everybody go support.
Yeah, support it.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and play the member outro, and yeah, see you guys next week. I'll see you guys on Friday for Pure and Fury, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next stream. So
yeah,
that being said, peace out.
See you guys.
See you guys. Talk to you later.